So we're in the Gospel of Mark today, and we're talking about Jesus in the midst of a storm. And so what's amazing is, so Jesus tells the disciples to get into the boat, and then the disciples obey, and then they go out to the other side, and in the midst of that, a storm comes up. The disciples are in the will of God. They're obeying Jesus Christ directly, without question, and it leads them right into a storm, which is a lesson for us because it helps us build a robust faith. When we think about the early Christians, the first church, they were beset by conflict and adversity and violence. They were oppressed for their faith, and yet they had a faith that was strong enough. In the face of all of that adversity, they could hold on to Christ because the Gospels, because the Bible is honest about that even when we obey God, we can end up in the midst of the storm, just like these disciples did. And even in the midst of that, we can be afraid. And we think of the disciples accusing Jesus of not even caring that they're about to die. And in the midst of that, Jesus stands up and he reveals the fullness of his power. All of that power used on our behalf, used to save us, to deliver us out of the midst of a storm. And so the early Christians, they had this robust faith that allowed them to endure the storms because the Gospels had been honest. The storms still come even if you're obeying God, but Jesus has the power and the will to deliver you. And he shows both. He shows the power, and then in the resurrection, he shows his will to deliver you from the storms by going through a storm himself. And so that allows them to build a robust faith that they can endure the challenges they face, and then shows us how we too can endure the storms and challenges that we face.